It's about time Toulouse got back on side. There we go. Look, this liberated them. 300. Oh, every time I just think like, oh, is it worth it? But no, it isn't. Okay, we have settlers about to pop out of our bottoms everywhere. We've got some spaces here, we've got loads of spaces here. I'm going to be working on my gold per turn. Gold per turn is a really important thing, and I need to be sending trade routes out to all of my allies. I am so tempted to send my cavalry around to these 3 cities over here. They're rubbish, absolutely rubbish, but I mean, it's just more stuff to pick up. But I find myself in the annoying position where I'm kind of friends with everyone at the moment. Rome I'm friends with, Poland I'm friends with, Sweden I'm allied with, Norway I'm friends with, Scotland I am not, and Spain I am not. Scotland have pretty tough cities actually. Their military strength is only 300, but they do have a lot of tech. They're a bit like Spain, 41 tech as opposed to 42, and I've got 34. So, you know, I can catch up with them, but I feel like with Scotland, the best thing I could do would be just to hold fire until I get planes, especially now I've got industrialization. If you just see how much coal I actually have been given. Okay, I've settled on some coal there, that's good, and there's some coal right on this spot as well, so let's just quickly go and pick up that. It's good that England has at least some coal. Other than that, okay, there's coal there, that's a good thing. There's some coal here, oh, there's loads of coal around. That's fine. So getting factories up and running, I think, is actually a pretty good shout. Let's just quickly get that in Paris. Paris can lead the way. That factory will help to push all of my economy going, actually. It'll help just to keep everyone happy. Cardiff, why is Cardiff unhappy? No, it's happy. Of course it's happy. It's really strange, that one. We could kill Omar. Don't know. I don't know. Do they have Renaissance walls? I guess that's a question. Yes, we do. One. Not here. Fort William has them, Elgin has them, Ullapool has them. Okay, Scotland does have Renaissance walls, so vampires for now are going to be pretty useless against them. Yeah, you know what? I actually do think I am going to beeline for flight. We're going to go for steam power first, build 2 shipyards, yeah, we can do that, and then we'll go for flight. We'll see if we can pick up some planes and go after people. So, it's going to be about 30 turns. Where I'm going to see if I can push my science up to about 250. That's going to be my mission. We're also going to fortify the Spanish border, because do I trust Spain? Nope. I'm beginning to hemorrhage diplomatic favour again, so let's just see how much I can offload on Sweden. I'll probably get all of their stuff, like pretty much every single gold they have, as long as I give them enough. Which is hopefully about 45? No? More than that, alright. Well, that bankrupts them, and I need to sell it to... Norway is actually going for one of these victories, and also has a ton of grievances, as you can see. He's actually got no favour, so he should buy that from me for quite a lot. Yeah, 27 gold per turn, that'll do. Great. Wonderful. A bit more trading needed as well. I keep checking in here every now and then. I just make sure that I've got at least one of every sort of luxury I can get my mitts on, like spices here. I could get spices and sugar. 2 more for me. It makes a big difference. It makes a really, really big difference. Just make sure you've got everything you can, really. The Enlightenment is always a time when we can start pulling things around. Rationalism, oh, it's going to be so much extra science. It's going to be lovely. Still building universities, actually. A lot of universities and libraries over here. Oh, I thought I had all the science I was ever going to get, but no, clearly not. God, I wish I had somewhere to run these cavalry. The cavalry are just, they're powerful. But I kind of need, once we've got enlightenment, I believe, where's the cursor gone? There we go. Yeah, nationalism is next up. And then we can start coring our units together and making a real big mess of them. And lo, the coal power plant is now running in Paris. We now have 108 production. This is wonderful, especially when you consider all we're going to be doing for a little while is building military engineers, because I need a railway going. Yeah, that's right, you heard me. It's railway time! Humming machinery. That's right. The Netherlands, we're going to get our revenge. We're going to absolutely drown the world. Oh, it's going to be wonderful. Okay, we just had to lie to Scotland about my troops being here, because, quite frankly, I think I just mucked the movement of them around just a little bit, but that's okay. Look, I've got a new vampire. I want to put a castle here. Why can't I put a castle there? Oh, has it got to be on it's got to be on a hill, isn't it? Is that right? Is that right? I don't know if that's right. Hang on. I can never get the placement of these things spot on. What's it got to be? Desert? No. Oh no, it's because it's a floodplain. It can't be put there. Oh right, well that's fine. I was just seeing all these resources around it, and some amazing yields for food that I could send back to Paris, but nope. Okay, that's fine. Something that's not floodplain. Maybe we put it on this. Oh, I don't know. Oh, I don't know. I'm gonna have to find a new one now. Hee. Railroad time. Oh yes, we're gonna have a most amazing railroad through continental Europe. It's gonna be brilliant. You can see my settlers now are almost in position. I'm gonna start settling some stuff down. I'm gonna use my gold to buy in builders. I've got trade routes are now accumulating a cash machine. I can go send those to my allies and get a cash machine to actually build something, which would be nice. Although Teville I think its factory is going to be able to pump a little bit of production across, which is a nice one. But yeah, Paris just needs housing. That's its problem. I mean, I've improved pretty much every tile I can get. Oh no, there's a couple of tiles over here I could improve, but I mean, a lot of the tiles are all improved now, so yeah, just housing for Paris. I'm already at war with Peter, so I'm going to trigger this military emergency and vote for it, just in the hope that I get open borders with people that are like around and in the area. I don't know if it'll go through, although the fact that it's thinking about it so much probably means it will go through, but we'll see. As I say, just more visibility is always good, and if I could find Sumeria, that'll be another friend. Yeah, there's Mount Vesuvius. So all of the wonders and resources I got to be put in different places on this map. They're all randomly generated, which is just a bit different. So there is Egypt. Nice to meet you. Tamiris, good to meet you as well. And good old Gilgamesh. Arabia. Okay, the emergency is passed. Who is in on this emergency? That's against me. That doesn't count. 8 people. Oh wow, Russia. Russia are not very friendly, are they? So it's this city. I think they just took that from Poland, didn't they? Go on, Poland, you can take that back. No problem. No worries. Oh, look. An Arabian prophet. Why are you so far away from home, eh? Very strange. Is Arabia just, like, not where they should be? Maybe they don't actually have a start on this map, so they got put somewhere different. That's a possibility, actually. Is Arabia somewhere new? Yeah, Arabia actually has no cities at all. Or their capital is somewhere. That's weird. Yeah, they've glitched into this one a little bit. In the end, I went with here for a vampire castle. Some amazing food yields, and they could get better. So, Paris has got even more stuff coming in now. We're over 100 production, and that is what matters. But, yes, here comes the railway. We're going to have some amazing railways, as well as 2 new fancy cities, of which I now have more than the next... was it 3 more than the next person? Something like that? Yeah, 3 more than our nearest rival. That's pretty cool, isn't it? Pretty cool indeed. Let's get building. What do we reckon these things need first? Should we get actual builders going? Let's get some actual builders going, yeah. The military emergency against me failed. And we've got the Enlightenment, which is a good double whammy. I'm going to just take colonialization off because I'm running out of settler space. Rationalism is good. Conscription, chivalry. Chivalry is not needed at all. Should we go for... I'll go for press gangs and hope they actually do make a little bit of a navy. That's quite good. Yeah, okay, right, great. So now we just need to find people to buy my diplomatic favour. Sweden suddenly has a load more money. That is a good thing, Sweden. Well done. Well, I'm just going to take it all. Great deal. Awesome. And then Norway was the other one that seems to be collecting it at the moment, especially because I know that it's all disappearing. Yeah, good. Okay, 236 gold per turn. That is a nice, especially because I can just get in some more traders into cash machine, start wringing that money. And just to annoy Scotland, who did actually stick a city on this little island, there's Wexford. Great name of the place, brilliant name of the place. Again, builders, keep getting me builders. Oh my god, have you seen some of the wildfires around here? Whoa! So this is just east of where Russia normally starts, and look at all these. 12 production, 15 food. 12 production, 15 food. 12 production, 15 food. Oh my god. No wonder Scythia keeps sending troops up this way. Wow, okay, that's insane, and makes me think that there are some hilarious hilarious games you can play on this map if that's the sort of thing you can do. I mean, good God. Building railways everywhere. I've got one going over towards Italy. I've got another one heading towards the Spanish border. This one is making his way slowly up towards Brittany and sort of in that direction. I've now connected Paris to the most southerly of my Amsterdam or my Dutch cities. This used to be Brussels, I think, probably. We ignore that fact. We're still going. It's going to be fantastic. Our settlers are kind of popping up everywhere now. Unfortunately, a couple of our settle spots have been frozen out, but most of them are still goers. You know, it took Rome a long time to start settling in these places. Like this one, for instance, is no longer a goer, so we'll take that one out. But yeah, we've got some good old spaces, really. Yeah, the more I look at these fire tiles, I mean, honestly, it's absolutely nuts what's going on here. I mean, credit to everybody. I really want to play a Russia game up here now. I really do, with soothsayers. Oh my god, you could have the most amazing cities. I mean, sure, everything would be continually on fire, but that's okay. We could cope with that. I bet it's all breathtaking, so uninviting. It's currently, okay, disgusting, charming. Oh yes, normally it's fine. It's just the fact that it's on fire normally is, oh yeah, look at that, it's all been put out now. Breathtaking. Until the fire comes round again. I guess, is it because people keep sending soothsayers over? Not sure about that, actually. Anyway, we're on flight. Finally getting towards flight now, which is pretty good. I've got a couple of my bigger cities actually haven't yet finished. They've got a couple of districts spare, like Paris, for instance, has got a couple of districts spare. I could be doing something with it, but I'm just waiting because airports do sound like a good thing to build. We're slowly catching up on science. 45 is now the lead, and Scotland is on 43, and we're now on 38. It's because I'm building universities in places now. We've got bits and pieces popping along all over the place. It's great. I need a better government though. I just do not have enough policy cards to actually do anything at the moment, which is a real pain in the ass. I've got a lot of carbon emission penalties as well going along at the moment because, well, at the moment I'm just building railways everywhere, which for whatever reason deems to be a huge ecological disaster, although I believe, you know, railways are supposedly quite efficient modes of transport. I guess you've got to make some mess to clean it up afterwards. Is that what it is? Probably is. Anyway, there is another city. Just keep getting builders in for me. I do need to flick around the builder card. Civil engineering, actually, when I get that, that'll be a good time to do it, actually. Master plan, when does that come in? Atomic era. We're still industrial, so we're ages away from that. We've got to go modern first. Good. So far, so good. You can see infrastructure's being built everywhere now. Coal power plants are popping up in various different locations, which helps me massively. You can see that I am beginning to pollute a bit, and the world is going to flood. But that's not a problem, because as soon as we get bombers, Spain, we're after you. Oh yeah, but look at the fires up here as well. Oh, 16 production, 19 food. Oh my goodness, there are some amazing tiles up here. Yeah, I need a playthrough like this. I really need a playthrough like this. Oh look, even Norway has got it. Oh, it's wonderful. Oh look, Scotland has a tank. Well, that's fun, isn't it? We really need to get planes into the sky ASAP. I mean, just thinking about it, could you imagine putting some vampire castles down here? I mean, that would be, so if that's 15 food and 14 production, that's 15, 30, 45, 60, 75, 90 food, and almost as much production just in one vampire castle. You could have the most insane capitals ever. I mean, Paris is pretty damn good, don't get me wrong, but oh, brilliant. Civil engineering. Okay, industrial zone bonuses are fantastic, and I will pick those back up, but public works, for now, mean that my builders are going to be 5-charge masterpieces. Now, I've got new cities, and I really want to get these back into, like, order, so I'm just going to go through and treat myself to some builders. Lovely 5-charge builders, just to get these cities up and running, because I really think, especially with all the rivers around, if we can get a couple of campuses going, we can make a meaningful contribution to our empire. Like, really genuinely meaningful. I think, anyway. A new governor. What are we going to do? Pingala's doing his best. Magnus, I think actually vertical integration is now a good call, seeing as We've got so many factories around now. Let's just see if that makes a difference at all. No, didn't really make a difference at all, but that's okay. That's fine. Shall we put a settler over here just to make sure this coal gets picked up? Or do we keep on spreading? I think we can keep on spreading for now. Especially because our railways just make it easier to sort of get about. Now Paris is doing so well. Look at this, a new market being popped down in a second. We've got a possibility of theatre squares. Oh, it's a beautiful, beautiful city. Okay, that's minus 13 loyalty. Oh. Alright then. Do we wait a second and just... Or do we just die then? Let's wait until next turn, I think, and then we'll wait. Let that city get pumped down, put a governor over, we should be fine, he says, very optimistically. I'm always amazed about how Scotland can rack up so much science under the AI. They've only got 1, 2, 3 campuses. That's it. That's literally all they've got, 3 campuses, and somehow Scotland's on 222 science per turn. Oh, dirty AI. It's just nonsense, really, when you actually start to look at it. You don't second guess it too often. Flight. Here we go. This is where the game gets a little bit more entertaining. That city is now settled. We've got only a minus 8 there now, which is substantially better than once it was. Let's just quickly pull in Victor. We'll get you over there because Victor is the king of just being able to do that one. Okay, so that city is pretty good, but we just get the population of it a little bit higher. I'll wait until I get a bit more gold. We'll buy some builders. We'll get these places done quickly. God, I miss having 3 builders when you settle cities. Makes such a big difference. It really does. Okay, next up, let's see if we've got any aluminium. I'm hoping with the absolute population and area that I've got, I definitely should do, but we shall see. The Roman Empire asked me to stop settling. The Roman Empire can shove off, honestly. I mean, I'm not going to stop settling. This is my back door. This is closer to both of my capitals than it is your colonies, I guess you could call them. You're all the way down here. Just chill. Oh, looks like everything's on fire again. God, this fire just never goes out. It's really, really funny. You have the way it comes all the way around. Look at this. Oh, did you see that? 20 food tile, that one. Nice. Why have you not settled up here? I mean, yes, I know it's on fire, which, you know, according to normal logic means you shouldn't settle up there, but do it. Go on. Embrace it. Oh my god, polders. Polders. Why am I not building polders? Oh, goodness. I totally forgot about polders. That is atrocious. I am the worst. The worst Dutch person ever. Come on, get the polder in. Hey, it's beautiful. Look at it. Look at it. It's great. Check this out. This is my railroad thus far. It is coming along. It is coming along. There are still bits, you know, Strasbourg, Winterthur. None of these guys are connected, and I'm still connecting up here. And the railway has yet to make its way to Blighty at all. But hey, that's pretty good considering I got 72 results here, and I'm pretty sure that, I mean, has anyone else really bothered? I don't think anyone else really has. I am the only railway king. Was there some down here? Did I see? No. No, absolutely, it's just me. Ah, the fools. If people built railways, they could defeat me. That's my one weakness. I'm like Samson? I don't know my stories very well. I think it's yeah, like that. But but I mean, oh, I love railroads. I don't understand why the computer doesn't build them. But every now and then it will build like a single railroad. I don't know if you've noticed, between like the capital and one other place. That seems to be about the grand total of everything that it can kind of pull off, which I always find a little bit funny. But apart from that, look at this, we've got some great railroads going along. I'm actually finally starting to build some farms to get these new cities going. We've got public transport now. I've got improved tiles. Yeah, you know what, these cities are going to be fantastic. Are going to have fantastic campuses before you know it. And they'll contribute. One more term, we'll find out if we've got aluminium, and we'll know how lucky we're going to get in this whole aeroplane battle, because my god, I want Spain's war. I want Spain stuff, I want Scotland stuff. I'm going to go for Scotland first because that's where most of my army is. But apart from that, yeah, then it's Spain. Look at this as well, 237 science, right? They have the grand total of 0 campuses. 0 campuses. And they have that much. I think it's because of Alcazars, actually. 2 science there, 2 science there. They just got a couple of Alcazars and somehow that's actually done it for them. But, I mean, it's mad, isn't it? Oi! What was that? Neutralised governor? Oh. Pingala. God's sake. That was like a huge amount of my science per turn. Never mind. You know, one day I'll actually build spies on time and people will sort of actually see me succeed in the spy game. Until that point, I refuse to change. Somehow, I actually won the Nobel Peace Prize. I mean, how? Seeing as I've gone to war multiple times, I don't know. Scotland is in a golden age, but this time Spain is in a dark age. That's interesting. To arms, again, those wars are just brilliant. We can't get master plan just yet. We've got one more governor, policy card, I don't know. At this moment, I really don't know, but how's the loyalty going here? Yeah, okay, we're not actually going to make any inroads into Spain, but that's interesting. That's interesting to know. Aluminium, we have one source of aluminium under there, and apparently that is it. 23 results on the map though. So there's more out there, but I just don't think any of it's around where I am. No. I have one source of aluminium. That is it. That is the grand total of my aluminium deposits. So there's going to be a bit in Africa and Greece, Turkey. This is going to be near sort of Azerbaijan sort of area, Georgia. Spain's got some. Anywhere else that I could easily get to? No, Poland's got a load. Poland's got an absolute ton. Oh, no, it's all over there as well. Scythia's got all of that. There's my bit. Russia. No. So, okay, there's pretty much no aluminium. There is a little bit of aluminium in Spain, but we're talking small amounts, like really, really small amounts. Otherwise, it's Poland we've got to go to. And you know how we feel about going to war with Poland. It's it always seems a bit historically harsh, but you know what? Well, I feel like the game is making us do it. So yeah, if you see me go to war with Poland, it wasn't my fault. Honestly. Schrödinger though. That's 3 techs from future eras, plastics, satellites, synthetic materials. Actually, that's good for helicopters. What does Korolev do? Oh, yes, space race projects. Oh, well, I guess I'll hang on to him for a little while. That's interesting. I got myself Vivaldi because, you know, I really needed a great musician. That's 100% what I needed, and an artist. I actually don't think I've got any places for these people. No, I'd actually have to build an art museum. Well, you're going to be sat there for a little while, unfortunately. So, the revelation that we don't have the revelation that we have no aluminium means that we have to think about this slightly differently. We've got to go old school. Yes, we're going to get a couple of planes, and yes, those planes are amazing and what you not, but artillery is probably going to be the best way we're going to actually win this game, and that means we've got to see if we've got any oil. So that's what we're going to do, although I guess chemistry I could go down to get research labs first. That would boost my science quite nicely. So we'll wait until advanced flight is done, and then we're going to have to switch to that, and we're going to have to build ourselves an old school army. A proper retro, beat down the walls with our bare fists sort of thing. Bombard, 55 strength, that's great. The one thing I realised we haven't been doing, of course, is moving our units together. So that's something that we can do, and something I shall do now. Don't forget, moving cavalry together that have got adjacencies with different promotions gives you some really, really powerful upgrades. Vampires, of course, do not do this. They stay separate. And unfortunately, the base strength doesn't increase with the cord unit, so it still remains 62, but that's okay. We've already got the boost mobilization because we've got a lot of cores already. 72 strength, still not anywhere near enough to get through Edinburgh's walls. which is a little bit of a problem, but that's okay. We'll find a way. Switching around my policy cards yet again, craftsman, back in, and I think I'm going to go for something that lets me actually build melee units, or sorry, land units. So chivalry, I think, yeah. I like those units. Siege weaponry would be really good to build, but you don't get a sort of a decent boost of that. Look, I've even got a catapult core. Yes. I mean, the reason I'm building that is just because I can upgrade it to bombards later in the day, but still, it's something. So, it is really unfortunate, but I'm going to have to call this game here. There's a few reasons. The last couple of times I've done these really big TSL maps, they've been slow. Like, I don't know whether it's because some of the patches that have come through or some of the AI changes have slowed the game down a bit. I'm not entirely sure. But we've essentially now got a situation where the game is untenably slow. My laptop, I've sort of spoken about it before, it's a pretty good laptop. I'm really happy on the most part with it. It's i7, 16 gig RAM, really good, but I did buy it about 5 years ago, coming up on 5 years ago now, and it's starting to struggle a lot. It's not just on this game, it's on other games, and unfortunately it keeps crashing, and it's got nothing to do with Civ and everything to do with the laptop, unfortunately. Now, there are things that I'm looking at to replace it, but for the, short term, I'm going to have to stop doing these huge maps, just because the amount of time it's taking to film it and reload and uncrash it and, just actually get through the game it's just not worth it, because I'm not actually getting any really good content out. This game, it was really interesting. I'm just showing you the map so you can see everything that's going on. The game was actually really interesting. We had an incredibly hard start, we fought our way out of it, and actually, look, I will just be honest with you, there is no way I'm going to lose this game. It's impossible. I have 260 science, I haven't even got research labs yet, and that's when I'm going to just shoot off into the distance with about 500 science. I'm going to get some planes, artillery. It would be business as usual, going for a science victory. We've even, I mean, for goodness sake, we've even got just sat around Korolev, just doing his thing. So, I mean, the chances that the AI would actually be able to stop me is negligible. So, I'm really sorry. I actually genuinely was enjoying this game. I just about got through the difficult patch, and we'd broken through into the bit I was really enjoying. The Dutch as well, I really like. Actually, I was a bit nonplussed about whether the Dutch were any good, but major adjacency bonus for campuses, theatre squares and industrial zones if next to a river is one of the most underplayed and brilliant abilities that any Civ has had that I've played in a long time. I mean, there are some ridiculous zones here just purely made because of rivers, actually. Only one mountain here, but +3. I actually want to give the Dutch a go, so we're going to actually play a game where I play as the Dutch and we just have a little fun with them, because I think we can get a really good game from them, we can have a really good laugh. But yeah, I'm really sorry about this. I will start doing these maps again, and hey, we may even continue and pick this one back up and finish it down the line. Don't be surprised if I do finish this one later down the line. I'm not abandoning it for the long part, it's just for the short term. We're gonna have to put this one down. I'm pretty sure we can win it. I'm absolutely adamant we can win this without too much issue at all. But those are my reasons. Not much I can do about it. Infrastructure just isn't in place at the moment, but that's okay, because we will come back stronger. And I mean, honestly, I just want to play. I really wish I was over here. I mean, look at these tiles. Oh, absolutely nuts. So until later, I will see you all next time, and bye! And finally, a very special shout out goes to Scott Stratton for all of the help you give on Patreon, as well as everybody else who likes and subscribes to the video. Cheers, you help keep me going.